Hi everyone! I'm Linda from Group 14 will be your narrator for today. Okay, today I am going to talk about the entrepreneur my group has picked.
Yeah, the entrepreneur is Mr. Maidin Mohammed.
Oh my, where did you come from, Zalina?
I was here since the beginning.
Now we are going to explain about Mr. Maidin Mohammed.
Yeah, let's go!
Entrepreneur known as Maidin Mohammed Ghulam Hussein is the founder of Maidin Supermarket. He is a Muslim born in Pulau Pinang on 5th January 1928. Mr. Maidin also comes from rich family. His father, Mr. Ghulam Hussein bin Jamal, was one of the businessmen in Pulau Pinang who had a new model Morris's car. Every single day, Mr. Maidin and his brother will be sent by their driver to the English course school. His mother gave them each 20 cents as their pocket money. In that time, that amount of money was a very large amount to be a pocket money for schoolboy. Next is company background. Mr. Maidin Mohammed opened his first small wooden shop in Kota Baru in 1957 known as Maidin Mohammed Holdings Berhad. He began to expand his business to Kuala Terengganu around year 1979 and in Lembah Kelang in year 1989. Maidin Company became known to the community and successfully opening hundreds of shops as well. His company, also known as a shopping mall that offers reasonable and competitive prices among budget-conscious consumers. Maidin target market is consisting various types of goods and aiming at low-income and middle-income household. Maidin is also more targeting to the Muslim market and only supplies the halal product. When Maidin wants to expand its wings in Lembah Kelang, Selangor, it was not as easy as expected. At that time, all bank loan applications made by Maidin Mohammed were rejected. Finally, in 2005, Maidin Mohammed Holdings Berhad established a loyalty and appreciation program for their customers, and currently this company has hired more than 6,500 employees across all the branches over the nationwide.
Next, the entrepreneur before starting the venture. The working experience from his father arranged Mr. Maidin to work with his best friend, Mr. Bidin, at Kuala Lumpur. Mr. Bidin left his family and lived by his own in Kuala Lumpur since he has reached his adult age. He started getting involved in business when he was still 17 years old. After knowing about Mr. Bidin, it made Mr. Maidin think about his future. He was determined that he must do something different to his family. He then asked his friend where he can start his business, and many of them suggest for him to start it in Kota Baru, Kelantan. It is because Kelantan is near with Thailand's border and can give him the advantage to import something from Thailand and sell it in Malaysia. The entrepreneur at the time he started the venture. Firstly, it is Mr. Maidin Mohammed's motivation that makes his business grow fast until today. It is also because of his efforts that seem to have no ends. As an example, he started his business in Jalan Tok Hakim, Kota Baru, Kelantan in 1957, where at the time that place is still a small capital. Mr. Maidin also remains motivated and always thinks about strategies and steps to develop his business day by day. Mr. Maidin Mohammed also has a far-sighted attitude. It's referred to the way he always tries to make a profit in business development. As an example, the way he attracts customers by selling goods with a low price from the regular market. Not only that, he was concerned and always making sure that the goods he is selling are in a good quality. As his business grew, he began to find his goal. He has formulated his company vision and mission of being the world's leading distributor providing competitive and halal in Malaysia. While his mission is to be a leading wholesale and retail company by providing the best value and various types of goods.
In conclusion, there are few things that we can learn from Mr. Maidin's journey. The first point is you are never too young to start something new. This is because at the age of 12, Mr. Maidin Muhammad was already participating in a closed corporation where he sold goods to customers.
Second is you can use a way to figure through unfavorable situation. In the beginning of his business, he didn't have bicycle or even motor cars, so he could ride the bus instead for the deliveries.
The key to success is usually the same: exertions, punctuality, discipline, and honesty. Be honest to the people in the community, to the global at large, and the most significantly to yourself.
Yeah!
May I ask,
Yeah! What is it?
why do you think Mr. Maidin wants to become entrepreneur even though he is already rich?
It is because of his own interests. For the proof, until his age up to 85 years old, he was still working and didn't get bored with his job. I want to ask question too.
Go ahead.
When you were explaining earlier, you only mentioned his brother once. Do Mr. Maiden have other siblings?
Oh yes, he have 2 female and 5 male siblings. His siblings' names are Kulsum Bai, Muhammad Ali, Ramzan Ali, Pierre Ali, Didar Ali, Sadruddin, and Sakar Kanu. Okay, we got it. Thank you.
You.
You're welcome.